My name is Magdalene Janet. Welcome to my 10-minute series where I teach you how to do your makeup in 10 minutes. Today's video number 1, I'm going to teach you how to do a full face, showing you step by step how to do your makeup así, rapidito. So, get your hair out of your face. Your hair will slow you down. I like to do my eyebrows first. I have very sparse brows and I need to start shaping my look/face. We're going to wait 15 seconds to dry this down. I'm going to press and brush to the side, shaping your eyebrows. Try to keep your natural eyebrow shape. Eyebrows are nice and combed. Eyebrow pans are really quick. Anywhere you have hair, just fill it in so that your eyebrows maintain natural looking. It's darker, but they still look very similar from the no product brow. I like to elongate my eyebrow a smidge, 2 little lines. I've been loving a sticky primer. The stickiness will allow everything to adhere to your skin. Because I'm going to wear this makeup all day long, I'm going to use a very mattifying primer as well. Start off with the sticky. A sticky primer, it adheres, but it also gives you like a radiant look. So if you have dry skin, I would suggest sticky. In the pore area where I tend to get the most texture and my pores tend to be visible, especially throughout the day because I have oily skin, we're going to use this matte primer from one side. A little bit truly goes a long way, so you're going to press that in on the T-zone, including your nose. While you let your primers dry down, we're working with the eyes. A cream eyeshadow is going to be your best friend because it's quick, it dries down very fast. You will not make a mistake. You just place it on, open your eyes, move it to where that crease is that you have, and keep it there. Don't go above, because then it's gonna look like it overtook your eye. Always have something on the side to clean off brushes. You start grabbing those edges, making sure it's not too harsh. You see the before and after? I have texture, discolored lids, even color. That our skin is ready, I'm gonna mix these two. I really love the Lumi Serum-esque of this, and I love this soft matte blurring skin tint from CoverGirl. This is medium olive. I'm in the shade 4-5. This is going to neutralize it and also thin it out too. Actually, like this. So these are the shade differences, and you can actually see the textures too. You want to mix with your finger, with a brush, whatever you have. Start spreading it out on your skin in a thin way. We start building thinly. This part may be the part you take your most time with because this is the start of everything being held together. Make sure you press. Everything is nice and blended. I'm so used to chit-chatting, you guys. This 10-minute video is like, straight to the point. Okay, let's go. We're gonna let this foundation dry. I'm gonna get some of my concealer. We're gonna carve out the eyebrows so they look sharp and neat. We're gonna let this dry down a bit. We're gonna move on to our liquid bronzer. Liquids rather than creams, I find that they stick and adhere to skin a lot better and faster. I'm gonna start color correcting my under eyes with the peach color corrector to get rid of that discoloration I have. We're gonna use this brush. When it comes to liquids, also another tip is let it dry, maybe like 10 seconds. This gives it time to kind of adhere to your skin, and it's going to help melt when you blend, as you can see here. Another tip, remember that liquid and or cream tend to spread, so you want to place it above your ear when it comes to bronzer, because when you blend it, you see it's gonna come down a little below. If you start off here, you're gonna blend it here, and then it's not gonna give you that lifted look. We got the neck. Bronzer looks good. We could add a dot and a dot. I have a small forehead, so I'm very limited on how much product I could use. While we let this dry a little bit, let's start with here. We're gonna blend that into that cream eyeshadow. I think this dried too fast. You're gonna press. We're just building a little bit. Creams are always gonna look very natural, especially if you blend it. I keep saying creams, liquid. Liquid blush, you wanna start it off towards the end of your face because when you blend, you don't want all your blush to go here, then it's like taking over your face. If you have a small face like me, if your face is bigger, you have more wiggle room to work with. While we let the blush sort of dry down, we're gonna start with that color corrector here and get rid of that discoloration I have. My discoloration goes in the inner corner all the way to like right here. We're gonna wipe our brush because we want to get rid of any additional product that is not gonna smoothly blend out, especially in the eye area. Feather out the remaining here towards the end. You want to be careful with a lot of product here, especially if you have creases. It's gonna make you look very creasy there. We're gonna move on to our blush. Try keeping it right where that cheekbone is, so you also give yourself that appearance that you have high cheekbone. If you are new to makeup, I suggest to always use like a shade that lights your skin tone. For example, this blush is a little on the light side. It's okay because if I mess up, you won't be able to see it. Once you get more comfortable with makeup, I would say update your shades if you want to use more purples, more burgundies, more reds, deeper tones. But as a beginner, I would say cool it. Using dual brushes like this will help. You're not digging around for brushes. I love to mix. I think mixing your makeup is literally the best idea ever. We're gonna mix a little bit of this one. I'm gonna add it right here where that discoloration is. Add a little bit here in the middle of the nose. Typically you highlight the middle of your face. We're gonna get this Maybelline in the shade 130. This is an oldie but goodie for a reason. I'm gonna clean up that blush bronzer. We're gonna add just a little bit here, a little bit there to mix in. We get our foundation brush, start blending. This is an additional step. I have the longest day today. This makeup has to last until probably midnight. So guess what? She has to be beat. And we're using this foundation brush to make things quicker for our T-zone. Using the same brush we used with the color corrector, we're gonna start blending that concealer, pressing it in and feathering the remaining out. If your blush is out of control, at this point, you can blend it in. You see the difference a little? Let's add one layer of setting spray. This is gonna help things stick. The idea for makeup to last long, to look good, and to be quick, you have to be efficient. I always like to start with my under eyes. When it comes to powder in the eye area, you wanna go very little. For your makeup to look good, placement is truly important. Get to know your face. Look at your face, look at what you like and you wanna accentuate. That way you can understand your face better, apply the makeup accordingly. I'm going to press the under eye powder in. This powder will highlight. You see how it makes my under eye area look bright? If you don't like this, you can use another shade and or you can use a pink tone powder. Yellow typically on my skin tone gives me more of a highlighted look. Pink powder tends to just melt into my skin. I do have brown skin tone. I'm a medium to tan with a neutral undertone. You can see some of the red in my chest. Want to grab the powder, pink powder, press it into your hand. This way it's even on the powder puff, which will apply evenly onto your face. I like to add here first. T-zone always gets the most powder and then I feather everything out. I'm not gonna dip into the powder tub. Pressing motions will get you that flawless, long-lasting look. Spray. This is part of the layering process. Press down one last time. I'm gonna use a blue mascara because I'm gonna be out and about. Of one of my favorite mascaras. And you're gonna wanna really get it in there, don't be shy. A lip stain is gonna be your best friend all day, every day. This is the shade Steamy Spice. Get your brush that already has a powder bronzer somewhat on it and a powder blush to intensify. You can leave your skin like this. You can see the bronzer blush, right? If you want a little extra, just tap, 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 blush. Same. We're gonna make sure this lasts all day long. You need this one. Let me cover my eyelashes. One last taparoo. The T-zone. The lip can be honestly whatever you want it to be. I just love a good gloss and a lip stain. If you want to do a little eyeliner, I love these L'Oreal ones. Brown tends to look good on brown eyes. I don't know, should we do brown or blue? Aqua, huh? The beauty of a lip stain is that if you leave it on for a little bit, when you dab your lips, you're left with a natural look. I mean, I did outline with brown, but if you do like more of a rose tone, perfect. Always add your lip gloss. This is how the skin looks. Looking pretty good. Don't be scared to play with some color. It's always fun. And I'm going to festivities today, so I wanted to like have a vibrant look. I hope this step-by-step 10-minute tutorial helped. I really wanted to explain quickly why I use products, how I use them. If we stay under the 10 minutes, I may insert a quick wear test. I love you guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with me and spending a little bit of your day with me. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, click the button right there, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.